Okay, my opponent, let's say they go for location number 3. We'll just set that there. I'm going for location number 4. Again, you don't put it right in front of it. That way they would know where you're going. So now we reveal our locations. Okay, my opponent went for 3. They resolved their whole hand. I played number 4. I'm going to resolve mine. I take my playing cards here. So as you can see, 9, 10, Jack, Queen, King. That's a straight. That's worth 4 points. Now first, of course, we have to roll for the ghouls. So we take 4 dice, roll them, and let's see here. Nope, there's no pairs, nothing there, so I do not lose any hit points there. My 4 valued attack takes out all of these ghouls, so I get to keep this card without losing any hit points, and we would move on. So to clean up this again, discard your cards face up, bring back your location cards. All of the ghoul locations get discarded, and then we move on to the next round. Okay, so to repeat this, we of course go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, put the like locations together just like we had been. Put the 2 saloons at the top, then a church, then a jail, post office, general store. So this time we have 5 locations instead of 4, so you can see it varies. Okay, so next I'm going to explain how the aces and the 8s work. If you remember, in my last hand I had left over an ace and an 8. So to start the round, you're going to draw back up to 5 cards. Okay, and I actually happen to draw another 8. Okay, so the cards I've drawn are 2 8s, a 2, an ace, and a 4. Now the ace and 8 cards are special cards, meaning that you can exchange them either during the draw phase or the exchange phase for a card in your discard pile. To do so, you simply take that card. Say if I wanted to take this 8 right here, and I would look through my discard pile to see if there's anything I wanted to change it for. Now, 8 cards can only be changed for number cards, not including the ace card. Ace cards can only be exchanged for face cards. Okay, for this example, I have 2 8 cards, a 2, a 5, and an ace. Now, looking through my discard pile, I see that I have 2 5s. The face cards, they're not really going to help me for exchanging the ace. But what I could do is exchange 2 8 cards for these 2 5 cards. Then that way I go from a pair of 8s to 3 of a kind with the 5s. That would give me 3 attack points instead of just 2. So by exchanging those 2 8s, that brings me up to 3 attack. So I'll go ahead and do that for this round. Looking across here, I see there's an ammo crate. There's actually 2 ammo crates to choose from. So what I would typically do is go for one of those. The ammo crate is great because it allows you to draw 1 extra card per round, every round, and it doesn't get used up. Okay, in this example I'm going to explain what happens if there's a conflict when 2 or more players choose the same location. Okay, in this example we've both chosen the same location, location 1, and we need to resolve who's going to hunt there, because only one player can hunt at a location. So to do so, we each reveal the top card from our playing card deck, and the player with the lowest card goes first. So the player that goes first, they can either decide that they want to move to a different location, or they can fight for the rights to the location they've chosen. Now to go to a different location, they simply move their selection to another location. If that location has already been chosen by another player, they cannot choose that. They would have to choose one that's not been chosen. Now, if there's not enough locations out here, then they would just be out that round and they would not get to choose any location. So in some cases, it may be critical to fight over the location that you're trying to hunt at. So in this case here, my opponent, they really want this location. It's pretty valuable. It has bandages, which they're really wanting because they're somewhat low in health. Now, my player here, I'm only down to 2 hit points, so I really need those bandages. So they go first. What they will do is they will put any number of chips on that location. Typically, you're going to go 1 at a time. Now, the other player would have to match it, and this continues until one player folds and moves to a different location. So if my opponent put 1 chip there, I could put a chip there, then we go next to them. On their turn, they can either choose to take these chips, add them to their health, or they can move to a different location. This continues back and forth, so as you can see, the pile here can grow with quite a number of chips. So my opponent now, they say that they have plenty of chips, they're going to put another one on here. Now I run into a problem because if I give up my last token, I'm dead, and it's game over for me. One other thing you can use to fight for a location are your cards. However, these are victory points, so you want to be very careful with that. In this case, though, I do have the Gunslinger's Belt, which is worth 2, and so I could play that. Now, once you play cards on a location, meaning you're bidding them, you're wagering, they are no longer active that they were before. Now, this card, I had already used it, and so it was no longer active anyway, but I add that to the stack, and then see if they want to take it. Now, so once I play my card on that stack. My opponent now must decide if they want to take all of those items or if they want to keep adding to the stack. Now at this point, they have 3 health tokens here and 2 victory points. So they decide to go ahead and move somewhere else. They're just going to move one down if that one was not occupied. So they would take these health tokens, they would take the card that they've won. Now this is placed face down because it's used up, but it's still 2 victory points. And I would be hunting at this location, they would be hunting at this location. Okay, one other card I want to explain is the Cow Pie Diversion. So if you remember, whenever you are hunting at a location, the first thing you do is take the number of ghouls there, take that number of dice, and roll for their attack. Now in this case, say if I were going for location number 1, there are 7 ghouls here. Now you only go up to 5 dice, you never go more than 5. So in this case, that's a lot of attack power, but I do have a Cow Pie Diversion. So what I would do is I'd play my Cow Pie Diversion, turn that face down, and then I don't have to roll for the ghouls. Therefore, they don't attack me in that initial attack. Now, even though my Cow Pie Diversion was used to avoid the initial attack, I still need to have a value of 7 or more in order to defeat these ghouls without getting attacked in return. So if I had a hand value of 6, then I would still be taking 1 hit point from that. Now, if I have a 7, 8, 9, then I would not be getting attacked at all. Okay, in-game scoring. Once the ghoul deck is depleted, this will be 7 rounds because there's 7 and 7, total of 49 cards. All the players count up the number of stars that are on their cards. As you can see here, the stars are also the same number of ghouls there, but it's easy just to hold them up there. So in this case, I would have 4 points if this is all I was left with. Typically, you're going to get quite a few more than that. In addition to the regular cards, we also have some special cards that can add value to the existing cards that you have. These are the banknotes and the 2 property deeds for the hotel and the saloon. So these cards add value to the other cards that you may have in your hand that happen to be from the same location name. For example, with the saloon, you double the value of 1 other saloon card. So what you would do is take your next highest valued saloon card, you would double that value and then add that into the entire total. So for the bank card, slightly different. Every other bank card you have gets 1 extra point in addition to the face value of that card. Okay, that's it. Now you know how to play Aces and Eights, Dead Man's Hand. Thanks for watching. And that, my friends, is how you play Aces and Eights, Dead Man's Hand. Thanks for watching. Well, partner, I reckon that's all. That there's how you play Aces and Eights, Dead Man's Hand. Thanks for watching. Well, partner, that there's how you play Aces and Eights, Dead Man's Hand. Thanks for watching. And that's how you play the game. And that, my friends, is how you play Aces and Eights, Dead Man's Hand. Well,